Good morning. So it's Saturday. Didn't film for the past couple of weeks, but certainly last week because we was very busy. Lots of stuff going on. Sorry, I'm just sorting out washing because it's a constant thing in this house, as you can imagine. So we had lots of different things going on last week. So I had 3 meetings for the boys. I had one on Monday with Bruno's psychologist from CAMS at school to talk through his behaviours, his meds, how they're all working, and they're just staying the same at the minute because the reality even is that even if his behaviour had spiralled, because of his age, his size, his weight, they can't increase his dose anyway because that can actually have the opposite effect and make him more aggressive. But luckily for us, I mean, touch wood, he's kind of at a plateau at the minute with his behaviour. He has moments where obviously he spirals, but they're kind of short-lived. Or he's learned to kind of regulate himself to a point where he's not constantly lashing out and attacking his peers. He knows now to kind of try and take himself off to a quiet area. He uses his chewy tubes. He likes to go to his beanbag, things like that. So he's learned to kind of try and calm himself down so he doesn't hopefully get to a point where he lashes out and attacks someone. Obviously it still happens. It's always going to happen. It's just part of who he is. But he's kind of settled at the moment. So that was Monday. Then Tuesday went back into his school for his annual review for his EHCP, so his Education Healthcare Plan. So remember, that's something that every 9 months we review it to see if any changes need to be made. The only changes that really are going to happen is that now it needs to be noted in there of his PICA, because previously it hasn't actually mentioned his PICA in there, but it needs to be in there. So if we were ever to change the setting that he's in and he goes to a different school, and if it doesn't come up in conversation and it doesn't say it in his EHCP, they wouldn't know to watch what he eats and puts in his mouth, because as we know with Bruno, he will eat anything, edible and inedible. I say anything edible, he won't eat fruit and veg. So that's got to be changed. They're also going to put in there the fact that, so although he's been banded like a 5 in children's people's EHC plans, it doesn't actually state what band they are. But it also didn't highlight any of his extreme behaviours. So it needs to be highlighted in there that he is a child that is a high risk to himself and others when he becomes dysregulated. As we know, he has put teachers in hospital. So as you can only imagine, if it was a child, it would be a lot worse. So it just needs to be stated in there, so they're aware that yes, he looks very cute and cuddly, and 90% of the time he can be lovely, but it just takes one thing to flip him and he turns into Bruno Bundy. He'd try and kill you. So that's got to be changed. I think everything else was pretty much the same, apart from what we're going to try and do now. Sorry, so you can see there's like an array of toys. Bruno's decided today we're going to go to the beach. Haven't you, Bruno? So he's got his bag out, lunch boxes and the toys he wants to take. And in the living room, he set up his beach tent. That's a different story. You okay? He wants my phone. He's obsessed with my phone at the minute. We're just talking about you. What do you want? Ice lolly? Because at the beach you have an ice lolly, don't you? You want ice lolly? Yeah, okay. Let me just set this down here. Hang on. Sorry, Jake will edit the wobbly bits. Because it's a nice hot day, isn't it? It's a whole 8 degrees today. Celsius, that is. Lolly? What a rocket lolly. It's currently 10 o'clock in the morning and we're having ice lollies. Do we care? We don't care, do we? What is it? What is it? Can you say lolly? Can you say lolly? Lolly, good boy. Say thank you. Good boy. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, what we're going to do is, because as we know and I've mentioned in the past, Bruno's very good with technology, iPads, anything like that. He's just a whiz. So we're going to try him out again, trial him with the talker. So basically an iPad that only has a communication app on it. So like where you see the kids have the pet cards, so the picture exchange communication, where they hand over like the card or the symbol with a picture on, it all going to be stored onto his iPad, so he can just touch what he wants, because all of his frustration comes from not being able to communicate what he wants at the time. And although these pet books and everything are fantastic, in the real world, when I take him outside, I'm not going to carry around a massive ring binder full of pet cards. So at least with it being on his talker like an iPad, he can go onto his app, it's all stored in there. He can create sentences with it like, Mummy, I want crisps, Mummy, I want ice lolly. So it just enables him to communicate, access the world, and hopefully alleviate most of his frustration. So we did actually order him a used, good condition iPad mini off of eBay, because we thought we're not going to go and buy a brand new one straight away, because we want to see if he'll actually use it before we go and spend hundreds. And the iPad mini, I think actually they don't make anymore, because it's the one with the button we want, because he likes to use a button to get out of the app. So we got one, turned up, went to use it, and the screen doesn't work. So complaint coming in there for that one. So we're going to get him another one, hopefully set it up and get him using it at home, so then he can access it and use it at school as well. So fingers crossed that works. And I'm talking about Bruno with it and not the other two, because the other two, Mason has no interest in any technology unless it's like at school. He likes to choose an app and he likes a Buzzy Bee video, he watches things. But if you give Mason an iPad, he'll just flick the screen, tap it. He doesn't have the dexterity to use it. And Gray, all he'll use it for at the minute is YouTube. So it's more like of a fun thing for Gray to have, is the iPad to watch his videos, his Peppa Pig, things like that. He doesn't have the capacity to sit and learn at the moment. So that's another thing we've got to do, a referral for CAMS now for Grayson for help with his ADHD, because his paediatrician is limited to what medications they can prescribe, and the ones we have tried have only made him aggressive, and Gray isn't an aggressive child. So we've done a referral for CAMS to be under the same psychiatrist as the boys, to be able to, because they have a whole plethora of medications that she can prescribe. But you're looking at 2-3 years waiting list, which is fantastic. I was putting it off because I didn't want to have 3 kids that were on medication, but as he's getting older, his ADHD is getting more intense and he's unable to sit for any period of time. So it's affecting him being able to learn. So that's the next thing for us to do for Grayson. So that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday I had parents' evening at Mason's school. He's doing fantastic. He's just loving life at school. So although at home he's very much in his room, keeps himself to himself, at school he's very animated. So no, he's happy. And then you'll notice I've got a sander here, because I did say in a previous vlog that we were going to sand our living room floor because we discovered that it's top layer real wood. So we sanded that Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday we did it all in a day because we hired it for the day. So we kind of rushed to get it done when the boys are at school, because we can't do it when they're home. The mess was insane. We're supposed to be picked up Thursday, and then we learned we'd actually hide it for a week, so we didn't need to rush at all. So it's been varnished and everything now, so that's all good to go. Here's the tent that I said about. So he has sensory tents, the dark tents, but because he wanted to go to the beach, he got the beach tent out, didn't you? You got your beach tent?
Cheetah.
Beach tent?
Cheetah.
Yeah, Cheetah? Who's Cheetah? Outside? Right, Bonnie, that's not a cheetah. Can you say Bonnie?
Bonnie.
Bonnie, do you love Bonnie? You love your... Oh, she shook. She's shaking. So yeah, he'll be playing in that tent today. And then I don't know if you'd be interested in watching me do a revamp of our living room, but I've chosen some colours now. So I'm going to go for... They look the same in this light, but this green here, and then this lighter colour here, which there actually it looks blue, but... So we're going to have a light wall here. This cabinet is going to go over there under the mirror. I want to get some different kind of fancy, like snuggle chair there, because I've got a new sofa coming, and that's probably going to come April time. And it's like a tan leather corner sofa. And then here under the telly, Jake's off Wednesday and then the weekend next week. We're going to make a fake fireplace here. So the telly will be on the fake chimney breast. We'll have the sofa here, keeping our rug, and then we don't want to put our dining table back because the boys like playing in this open space. Have you got Bonnie's bone? Oh, that's it. That's good of you. Thank you, Bruno. Wanted her bone, didn't she? So that's what we're going to do in here. So I've got to paint all the living room, get new curtains, then hopefully we're getting somewhere. And we had to change the heat. This is what we had to do as well. We had the building inspector come round on Wednesday to hopefully sign off our work, and we kind of knew she wasn't going to, but because we've got, sorry, he's loud, so I'll get out of here. Because we've got open plan kitchen, whereas we don't have the door onto the kitchen, it means that all of our windows have to be fire escape windows, which is fair enough, but it's not cheap just to go and replace all your windows. So instead of getting new windows, Jake, thankfully, has one of his friends works in like a window restoring company. So shout out to you, Alex. I know you watch my vlogs. Big thank you. Do hinges which open the windows wider to give you that extra 5 centimetres, because they have to be open like 45 centimetres, and they were 40, I think, or 45 to 50, one of the two anyway. So they've been changed now. So that's done. And then we will be restoring the glass, because as you've seen in some of like particularly Mason's room, all the glass is popped. So this space here means that everything has to be fire regulations, and it is slightly annoying because obviously health and safety, it's one size fits all, which is brilliant if you live in the ideal world. But it's like we were explaining to the officer that came round, it's okay having these fire escape windows that have to open in a certain way for you to be able to get out, but we have to lock them because our kids escape. If our windows were left unlocked, Greg would be on the roof. So even if our kitchen was on fire, I'd still have to come downstairs into the burning building to go and get the keys to unlock the window. So I don't know, it's just a tick box, isn't it? But I'm just looking at the garden because our grass is coming through now. I'm desperate to get out there and tidy it up. It's not been warm enough. But what I've got to do today is wash my car, because I'm going out with friends later and I'm designated driver, and my car looks like a snack bar on wheels. Because my children don't eat their lunch at school, they save it for when I'm picking up Mason from secondary school, sit in the back of my car and throw food everywhere. So I'll be doing that in a minute. You don't want to watch me do that, but it's going to go from a disgusting, dirty car. It's not too bad on the outside. It's England and it's winter, so it's always going to be muddy, but inside it's disgusting. It smells like garlic bread. And then nothing else exciting is going to go on today, just cleaning stuff. I look like a mess because there's no point of me doing makeup when I'm going out later anyway for dinner with my friends, because I'll be getting into the shower and doing it then. So I'm going to crack on and do that. Cleaned my car. I'm right there. Mind, right there. I've come in from cleaning my car. My plant has had mud chucked all over the sides. That's been dug through. The toys have moved over to here. Jake's package that was on the side has been unwrapped. Luckily, nothing dangerous. Well, ish in there. Coming to put the coats away. They've ripped all the hooks off of the walls which the bags go on, so I've now got hooks that should be there. They've been ripped off, and at the top as well. Literally half an hour cleaning my car. I left them with snacks, I left them with drinks. They've got the telly, they've got the tent, everything you could imagine. Patio door was wide open, so the house is freezing cold. This room's not too bad, apart from Bruno got his entertainer vouchers out of his carer's bag and decided to eat those, so his vouchers have been eaten. I've not gone upstairs yet because, quite honest, I don't know if I can face that right now. So yeah, well, great. It's amazing what destruction they can create, and I can smell that someone has done a poo, which is just fantastic. So yeah, sorry, it's now Sunday. I'm not very good at this, keeping up and getting back to you during the day, malarkey, am I? I did my usual pointless chores when the boys are home, and got ready to go out. Because as I said, I went out with my friends last night for dinner, which was lovely. Oh yeah, I did my nails to go out as well. It wasn't a late one, was in by 10 o'clock. I did drink obviously because I was drunk, so I keep running. It was a good time. Now I'm just doing the boys' breakfast. It's 7 o'clock. obviously they've been up for longer than 7 o'clock, but I tried to keep it that you have your breakfast from 7, otherwise when they get up at 2 o'clock in the morning they expect their breakfast straight away. So it's almost like random rock in my pocket, sorry. You can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning if you wish, but I'm not getting up and making you breakfast. So I'm just doing that. I think I can hear Gray coming down now. Toast is popped. So they have the same thing for breakfast. They have every day. Creatures of habit, which is the lovely healthy Nutella on toast. Hi Gray. Good morning. I say good morning, he has been up for a while. He plays in the room for a bit before he comes out. Gets all his Peppa Pig toys out. He bought his Peppa Pig Duplo for Christmases and he loves it. He loves rearranging, building different things with it, playing with the Peppa Pig toys, don't you? Yeah? And Dad's at work. So yeah, Dad's at work again, so it's just me and the boys. I think my parents might be coming over to see us this afternoon or whenever. I can't stop yawning. I do apologise. Constantly tired. I have such active dreams when I'm asleep. It's like being in a bloody action movie. So I wake up more exhausted than I went to bed. It's ridiculous. Like I can't just have a night where I don't dream. I always have some full-on extravagant dream going on. You fill up your bottle for me. And then just use your Sunday chill stuff really. I don't put any expectation on the boys to do anything at weekends because they've been at school all week. So I just let them relax and do their thing. Come in then, do you want to fill it up? Do you want to fill up your juice bottle? Do you want to fill it up? Good boy. Ready? Stop! And put the lid on. They do still drink, in case you're wondering. Gray in particular, and Bruno, but Bruno will drink from different flasks. But Gray drinks from these Tommy Tippy old like baby sippies, which I can't buy this style anymore. I certainly can't buy them from where I used to get them from. You can get them on Amazon for like, I think 20 quid a bottle, but the lids are all pretty much chewed up now. Still work, but they're very chewed up. Which is fine with me because if they chuck them on the floor they don't leak. So I don't have puddles of juice everywhere. And Mason will only drink from fruit shoot bottles. So he doesn't actually like fruit shoot. But he only drinks from fruit shoot bottles at home. But again, at school when we're out in public, he'll drink from like sports bottles. But he won't drink from a sports bottle at home. These children are very bizarre. Aren't you, Gray? Crazy boys. I'll cut that in 4. They'll also eat toast. Cut into 4 triangles. You're extra hungry today. Okay, well they are small bits. I'll do most. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh god, I just farted. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna scroll on my phone and do useless things whilst they're eating their breakfast. Hi Bruno! I'll get dressed and then we'll get back to you. I will get back to you this time. It's alright, I just thought I'd show you this because it's cute. So, as we know, Bruno likes to get up at ridiculous hours. You two stop fighting, please. No. Hang on. That's Bruno's toast. Give it back to him. That is naughty. You don't steal his things. And that's his drink. Have you got a death wish? Not wind him up. No, you've had your toast. Grayson. Child clearly has a death wish today. No one winds up Bruno. You don't poke the bear. We all know that. So yeah, as I was saying, we all know Bruno gets up at ridiculous times in the morning. Even the dog can't tolerate it. So he'll go downstairs and she'll come upstairs. And this is where I'll find her most mornings. Are you sleeping in Bruno's bed? Yeah? You good girl. He wakes you up, doesn't he? Yeah, you go back to sleep. It's such a hard life. So, the other weekend, you might remember I cut Mason and Gray's hairs. Bruno didn't need doing because his hair doesn't grow that quickly. But this morning it does, so I'm going to cut his hair. I tried all types of clippers on the boys. Calming clippers, clippers that look like scissors but you attach to different size heads on them. They don't make a difference, I just didn't like it. They've got better now. all I use, sorry, the light's really rubbish because it's bright in here. These clippers, different colour head attachments. I've got scissors if I need to do some trimming. I put them in the bath, have the shower head on, can shower them down at the same time because I just don't like the feeling of the hair on the skin. So I'm going to do Bruno's hair. Bonnie then needs a shower because Bonnie's going through her seasonal molt. Boxers tend to have seasonal molt in the spring. They lose their winter hair, but it goes quite patchy. So I'm going to give her a shower. Mason's in a right mood. He's a stroppy bollocks today. Got him dressed and he decided it was going to go to school. Got his school shoes out. It's like Sunday, mate, sorry. So now he's headbanging in his bedroom. He'll be alright. Yeah. So I'm going to do Bruno's hair, then I'll show you after. You stroppy. You right? What do you want to do? It's not school today though, is it? It's Sunday. Bang. That's the mood I'm getting today. Pre-teens are beautiful creatures. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, bloody hell. You're going to come have your hair cut? This is what we're going to work with. This bush. Yeah? So you're going to cut it? Yeah? Cut it. It's you. It's not a selfie. It's you. Aha. This is Bruno's after haircut. You got a lovely haircut. Have you got a lovely haircut? Haircut. Was he a good boy? Mwah. Kisses. Oh, Bonnie's had a wash. Oh no, Bonnie's clean. Bruno's clean.
Gaga.
Oh, Gaga. Good boy. Now it's lunchtime. Your feet are freezing. So I've done my chores. Pointless chores because the house is trashed. I've got a bit of a slobber on my head now. I watered the house plants. They're outside. Tied it up. Won't last long. Was going to take the tent down, but I thought, what's the point? I might tackle this. Sorry, How to Train Your Dragons on for Mason. This needs resanding and painting. Might do that. I don't know if I get the chance. But I'm going to do the boys' lunch now. It's a Sunday, so I'm just going to treat them to McDonald's because, to be quite honest with you, I don't have much to cook them anyway. And then we'll just be pottering around. What should we do now, Boo?
No.
What should we do? So we're just going to go now. We're going to chill, aren't we, and watch films for the rest of the day. Yeah? Shall we watch a film? Yeah. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a bit of a mishmash, hasn't it? But our life's a mishmash. Bruno, can you say mishmash? Boo. Boo. Put that down. Oi. Can you say mishmash?
Yeah.
Mida. Say goodbye.
Dragon.
Say goodbye.
Dragon.
Bye bye. Say see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.